So if you guys have any questions, just make sure to drop them in below, and myself or Kevin will be answering them at the end. And he will be going over post automation for your personal account, not just your, if you will, Facebook page, your groups or anything like that, but you actually your personal Facebook profile so you can use it for marketing, etc. And we'll go from there. All right, Kevin, it's all yours, buddy.
All righty. Can I show my screen?
Yeah, let me mark that for you. Got the ninja behind you.
You like that?
Yeah, I love it, brother. The one I have of the green screens, the woman's going like that. Problem is she's dead in the center, so all you see is someone like that behind my head. So, all right, yeah, I'm here if you need me. And
all right, okay. Let me share my screen. All right. What's up, everyone? Okay, so today we are going to talk about scheduling. So, as you all know, and I've spoken about in the last couple of weeks, with organic marketing, right? It's all about coming up with quality content, because it's all good that you're adding a lot of prospects, you're adding a lot of friends, but if you don't have content to nurture them, at the end of the day, you won't be able to establish a good relationship. So, so the biggest problems, right? Biggest problems that most agencies, most businesses face when you are on Facebook, right? When you're on Facebook is lack of quality leads, right? Quality leads, low conversions. Secondly, lack of time, juggling between jobs and tasks. And look, probably for a lot of you, this might not be a full-time. This could be a part-time. And even if you are doing this full-time, if you're managing your agency full-time, you are still struggling like with time issue, right? Because at the end of the day, you need to be prospecting, you need to be finding clients, and then you need to be, posting content consistently as well. And lack of content ideas. What exactly do I post, right? So why would you automate? Oh, sorry, this should be, sorry. So prospecting, let me just go back here. So prospecting and coming up, automating contents, right? Because you want to save a lot. You want to save time. You want to automate the entire process, so that it doesn't take you a lot of time. So let me jump in. Let me jump into my Facebook feed. Now, the first thing is, if I just come into my personal profile, for example, right? The first thing is you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent in coming up with content. And hang on, just give me 1 second. Now, if I scroll through my newsfeed, right? If I scroll through my newsfeed, I'll see a lot of people coming up with content, and it's great to see. But as I said, if you are on Facebook, you need to be firstly prospecting, and I'll show you how to do that, automate that process. Secondly, you need to be coming up with content, because that's what people will see. That's how you nurture them. At the end of the day, most people, when they come through, when you connect it with people, they're not buyers straight away. Only something like 3% of people are actually buyers, like ready to buy. So the rest of the 97%, if you are not coming up with contents, you are not nurturing them. And at the end of the day, they have no idea who you are. So you need to show them with your contents. All right. So what we can do, and I'll do some examples here. So for example, actually, sorry, let me go back to my page. I'll show you some of my content and how I've been scheduling my content. So where are my new friends coming from? Guys, seriously, stop reaching out to people. Now, let me show you, if I just come back here. So these are just some of the contents I've been scheduling. So if I click on here, so you can see this was sent out yesterday or the day before. Actually the day before for me in Australia. So it says, guys, seriously. So what I did was I've been scheduling from this calendar. So the first thing you'll notice here is you'll get a glance of exactly what kind of post have you done, and you'll be able to actually schedule this, days, weeks, month ahead of time. There's a few different tabs here, but let me just create a really quick post and I'll show you exactly how this works. So what you would need to do is, and all you need to do is create a new post. And let's create a new post and we select our post type. So these are all pre-categorized for your convenience. And we could, let's say we are doing a ask post, right? Now with tags, obviously, for me, it's all about software. For you guys, tags could be something about that post. So what that post is about, you can actually custom define your own tags. Now, where you want to post it. So if you have a group, or if you are posting in other people's groups. So this will work on your personal profile. And it's actually a very, very software that actually does it on your personal profile. So you'll be able to post on your profile. You'll be able to post on your group and any other group that you're posting as well. So let's say, you're posting like 10 different groups and obviously usually you're posting in other people's groups to attract, it could, to be attracting your ideal clients, right? So let's say you're posting 10 different groups, you can now schedule all these and schedule them out, a week in advance, a month in advance, even 6 months in advance if you want to. Okay, so let's do a very quick test and I'll just do my profile and I might do one in this group as well very shortly. So let's go time and just select the time. So it's now 10:13 a.m. and I'll just go testing out my new scheduling software. And you can upload an image as well, or you can just choose a text background. Right, let's just choose a text background and let's just go like this. All right, now the clock has just ticked over 14, so let's set it at 15 and I'll just click add. And that's it. That is literally all you need to do. In probably about 30 seconds or so, you'll be able to see this working in action. But as soon as you do that, you'll be able to see a post here that you've scheduled. Now you can sort these by tags, or you can sort these by post types. Now, while we're waiting for this, we'll just go into post types. So as I said, these are all predefined for your convenience. You could be adding a new one. You could be editing the existing one as well. Let's just create a new one and let's just call it, let's just say, I don't know, friendly post. And boom, right? It's that quick. It's that easy. You can now also change your colors. Oh, okay. Now you can see this is actually working right now. So this is the exact post that we've literally just scheduled, testing out my software. So this is all hands off, guys. Like this is completely hands off. And it has just posted just like that. And it's done. Right, that is literally done. So, all right, if I just refresh the page, let me just refresh the page. All right, okay, so you can see it's now, it says testing out my new scheduling software. Now, let me just go back in here. So what you could be doing is literally, spending a Sunday afternoon, plan out the entire week or entire month of contents, because at the end of the day, you need to be posting content. You have to be posting contents, right? Otherwise, your prospects are not actually seeing it. And, as I said, like most of the time, it takes time. Like it takes a bit of time to be actually nurturing them. And you could do that through quite a few different ways, which I'll go through just in a second. But the other cool thing you could be doing is you could be adding tags. So this is where you'll be able to customize all the tags. You can also be saving posts, right? So saving post in your contents library. Now, let me show you how that actually works. Let's say you see a really good post, and let's just say, let's find a good post. All right, let's just say this one, for example, right? So if this is a really good post that you want to be modeling, so all you need to do is click these three dots, go to post scheduler, go post, save posts. And now you could be categorizing this. Let's say this is a ask post, right? And let's just save. And if you want to be using this content, so you could just be saving, right? Save all these posts and grabbing all these different ideas, because at the end of the day, look, a lot of times, you're probably going out and you're searching for content ideas. So go around, save all the posts that you like. And now when you start scheduling a post, you can, instead of creating a new post, I can come here, go to friendly post, which I just created. And did I save it in friendly posts? Oh, sorry, ask post. And let's just choose this post and boom, right? So it is literally word for word, and you'll be able to come here and start editing it, right? You can start editing it. You can go to space. You can now bold it, put it in italics, bold it, add some emojis. Add some emojis and start scheduling it just like that. Now, one thing that's really important, guys, like when you are posting contents, it's important to be engaging on other people's posts. Now, I mentioned last week, for you to get engagement, you have to be giving engagements first, right? So, it's great having great contents, but you need to be engaging with other people's posts in order for you to receive that content, receive that engagement back. Let me just go through very, very quickly how you can actually be doing that. So everyone that pops up on your newsfeed, you should be commenting. You should be liking the page, liking the post. Just say, you look through, liking the post, and what you do, you would tag the person, right? You would tag the person, Renee, and you would make a comment. Awesome view. I wish I could be there. So what this is doing is telling Facebook that, hey, you know this person, right? You know this person, you are engaging with their post. So now Facebook will think, hey, they should be showing your post also to them, if that sort of makes sense. So for you to get engagement, you have to be giving engagements first, right? And the more you engage, the more people will engage back, because Facebook will now show your post to the people that you engage. And a lot of times, it's not that you don't know the person. Some of you have thousands and thousands of friends, but no one sees your post, and that's purely because you are not engaging on other people's posts, and but also you probably need to clean up your friend list as well. So you would literally just go through every one of these posts and make a comment, tag the person, make a comment, and so true. And what you want is when you make a comment, you know, at times you want to invite a conversation, right? So you want to invite a conversation, so you could go, hey, that's so true. How have you been, right? For example. So what that does is he will now engage back, and the more he engages and the more we engage, the more Facebook will show your post when you make that important post. So content post could be your offer, could be something to do with, could be a story, could be all sorts of different type of posts, right? So you just literally go through and make sure you do that probably around about 15 minutes to about 20, at least 15, 20 minutes before you make that scheduled post. Right. So if you schedule a post, let's say 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and you know exactly what times that the post will be going out, make sure, you spend 15, 20 minutes before you make that important post and start engaging. And that will make sure that when that post is scheduled, more and more people will actually see that post. Is this making sense?
Yep, makes sense to me.
All
On
right.
top of it, some people are asking, and I've mentioned this already, this scheduler is the only scheduler that I'm aware of, and I've looked at like a lot, that actually will post on your public profile. The person that, Kevin with the software is partnered with, it's the only one that made it. And I mean, it's just been out how long? What, 3 months or less?
Like yeah, probably about 3 months.
Brand new.
It's literally brand new, because most of the time, and look, as you all know, with organic marketing, you have to be doing it on your personal profile, because most of you would have a business page, and business page are great. It's great, don't get me wrong, but no one sees it. Like literally no one sees it.
They get a lot less traffic on a business page, unless you're spending money, and even in that case, it doesn't matter. Google will ban your ass even if you're spending $1 million a year. But if it's your personal profile, you get I've posted one thing on personal profile, one thing on business page, and I always get more engagement on my personal profile than on your business page. The only other place I get just about as much engagement is going to be in my Facebook group.
So Facebook has changed. I think they changed the algorithm. This is probably about 2-3 years ago. Since then, like business page, it's been proven. It gets you like 0.001 reach or something like that. It's nothing. It's completely nothing. So that's why you have to be using your personal profile to reach your audience, and you want to be automating this, right? So last week I showed you how to be automating your prospecting, and look, you should be doing that. You should be doing that. Literally like leaving it 24/7, right? And that should be prospecting, that you should be getting leads all day, every day. And when you get leads, what you want to do next is you want to show them your contents. So as I said, like, it's almost like if you're not posting contents, it's almost like you getting people in, like say through an opt-in page, and you never follow up with them, right? That's essentially what it's about, right? So you have to be nurturing them, and you'll find like once you start coming up with really good contents, and these could be contents, and these should be contents that aim to solve or answer some problems or some issues about your audience. So whatever they're struggling with, you should attempt to nurture them and drip feed them through your contents. But in terms of content examples, you could be doing a quote, a motivational quote. It could be something about your story, and something that let your audience know a bit more about you, because you're wanting to do business with them. You're wanting to excuse me, you're wanting to get money from them, right? So they need to get to know you. They need to get to know you well, and the only way they can get to know you well is through firstly your profile. So I mentioned your profile needs to be optimized. It is super important because at the end of the day, if your profile's not optimized, people don't see what you do or what value you have. And secondly, you need to be coming up with contents. Make sense? Any questions?
If you have questions, just make sure you raise your hand or comment and I'll unmute you.
Never thought of that. Ask open-ended questions. Yes.
So Kevin, any advice on a personal profile that is an old one but not set up for offering SEO services? If we change the personal profile for SEO services, how do we do that without being banned by Facebook? Any advice or tips on that one?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's you do it slowly. You don't just go in there and do it all at one time. You have to do it little by little. Like if you have your personal, if it has your actual name on it, cool. If it has your email address on there, cool. If all that was set up, great. And you just don't want to go in there and, let's say, join even 2 or 3 groups. You want to join one group and then join another group on another week and another group on another week. You want to add little by little, not go in there and, well, this week I'm going to join 5 groups. You might think 5 groups is nothing. Facebook actually will ban your ass for doing that shit. And then, you can like pages. They're cool with that. Don't go in there adding 20, 30 friends a day. You want to add them, if it's a brand new account, you got to warm it up. It's basically what we call warming up an account. Once it's warmed up after about a month, then you're pretty much good to go. Unless you get a band of haters that come after you, then you're still not going to be good and you'll wind up recreating them. So, but that's my opinion, but.
Absolutely. So with Facebook, guys, it's all about that user behavior, right? So if your account hasn't been adding a lot of people, don't go out and start adding 100 people a day, right? Facebook will flag that as unusual behavior. So as we all said, it's all about warming up the profile, if you have an old account, take time to start adding a few people, take time to start making a few posts, and then gradually increase that. Is it a service? If you want to remove requests, how many a day? Okay, so Jeff, you talk about pending requests. So I mentioned last week, when you are reaching out, right? When you're reaching out, not everyone's going to accept you. And that's fine. I mean, that's just fine. Not everyone is your ideal clients, but every so often you want to be removing all these pending friends. Now, I would probably remove around about, say, 100, probably 100 to 200, like probably 100 a day. No more than probably around about 100. And you don't want to queue up more than about 500-600 requests because you will get in trouble. And Facebook doesn't like too many pending requests simply because they see it as spamming, right?
Someone asked something here. What was it? It was what privacy settings do you use to prevent haters from ruining your profile? Privacy settings aren't going to help you because what happens is, for example, you get a bunch of people that don't like you, even 4 or 5, even 15, 20 of them, whatever. And what happens is they just start following around anything you publicly post. And if I'm trying to do organic marketing, I have to have it set to public. I'm not going to set it to private or my friends only or friends of friends, any of that shit, because even that, you may not know it, but one of your haters might be a friend of one of your friends, and that does happen. And then if they see your crap, they're going to mark it. And the 3 dots in the right hand corner where you can report anything to Facebook. And then the more of those that Facebook gets, the more Facebook will shut down your accounts. So privacy is not going to help you. Privacy helps you if you don't want people to see your photos, your friends, your connections, your groups, stuff like that. But when you're doing organic marketing, you want your post to be public. And I just deal with it by having multiple accounts. That's the only way I found to deal with it. As in other stealing your SEO clients, or I don't worry about people stealing my SEO clients. If they are able to steal my SEO clients and they weren't a client I need. Now that pages can join other groups, not all pages can join other groups. Sometimes when you set up a group, you can actually make it so that not everybody can join your group as a page. It can only be, if you will, personal profiles. Another question Renee asked you, Kevin, how many friend requests per day do you go up to? Do you work up slowly, or how do you do it?
So how many friend requests? Look, literally, so I have, obviously, I automate this. So I set, so if you are doing this manually, right? If you're doing this manually, it will take you a lot of time, but you probably wouldn't be able to add a lot, because you'll probably be sitting here and you'll probably try and go through a list of just click. Now, if you do it too fast, too quickly, and you're sending messages and adding friends too quickly, Facebook will restrict you pretty quickly as well. So what you want is you want to turn on the software, if you're using the software, and set it to, and this is what I do, right? I set it to the maximum. So maximum being 15 minutes. And I literally just leave it on all day, every day. And it will just send out automatically, send a request out every 15 minutes, as well as sending a message at the same time. So that means pretty much 4 per hour. And per day, you'll be able to get as much as 96 requests.
All right, private.
Move, say, after 48 hours. Okay, so Jeff is asking when do we remove pending friends? Look, I would probably do it. I would probably wait a few days because not everyone will see it immediately, because sometimes the friend request will actually go into the spam box. So not everyone actually sees it straight away. But look, I would probably leave for a few days and probably say every week. That's what I do. Every week, I'll remove all the pending friends, and you could do that inside the software. Let me just show you. So inside here, so you can delete pending requests right here. Just one click, one button, and you'll start just going through and deleting all the pending requests. Georgie, Will's like the phantom on Facebook. After they accept your request, do you send back a friendly welcome message? After they accept. Now, so after they accept your request, you'll be able to see, right? You'll be able to see if people actually accept your request. I will then reach out. And then have a genuine conversation, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about having a real conversation, and by real, actually, I might show you. See if I can grab a few conversations. People reaching out. All right, let's say Greg here. So what I do, like, what I do once people accept you, right? Once people accept you as a friend, you know, I try and this is something you probably should be doing, and this is what I do, and I find it works really well. Is I reach out by voice, right? Because at the end of the day, look, you could be sitting here typing all day, every day, and it will take you forever. Like it will literally take you forever to warm up your prospects. And whereas if you start, I've been sending out like voice messages, right? So this is my outreach as I went through last week. And literally like with Greg, right? You know, I reach out and I introduce myself. So it's simple. You can't actually do this from your laptop and computer. It's simple as picking up the phone, and there's a voice memo button. So reach out by voice, introduce yourself, and go through their profile, right? Go through their profile and be commenting something about their profile. Something that is of relevance to you, something that you probably know. I would actually go through like Greg's profile. I would see what he does, and probably look through some of the content, and I will be commenting. For example, he's got a baby boy, right? I'll tell him something like, I'm a family man as well. I've got 3 boys. So, it doesn't have to be just about your products or services. It can be also about, about their personal life as well. So, the whole point is to start a genuine relationship, and really sort of get into their pain points as well. And once you do, right? And you can see this was my very, very first message. So this is a cold message, right? I sent out some voice messages, and then literally this was so we started speaking March, so we left it for a couple of weeks. But then what I would do is get into some pain points, answering some questions, and I actually go and record a video. And that's something you guys can do as well. You can use a software called Loom. It's completely free. And you could be recording a screenshot. So you could go in, for example, you're doing a SEO audit, or you're designing websites for people. You could go in and find their website from their profile. So usually you'll be able to extract a lot of information from their profile. Go in and actually try and identify, and give some recommendations as well, right? Go in and be like, I notice your website needs some work, and then it could be like, I notice you haven't got these keywords, and I would suggest, make some suggestions as well. So it's all about, firstly, establishing genuine relationships. Secondly, giving them some value. And thirdly, be really, really personal, right? Be really personal. Once I sent the video, he's like, hey, Kevin, thanks for the video. I wish I could learn. And then I sent a few more voice messages, and now he's a customer, he's a client, right? So this is what I do personally, and I find it works really well because it gets you closer to your audience straight away. All right. So it's like, is there free?
Do you prospect in other places outside of Facebook?
Do I prospect outside of Facebook? Yes. So next week, I'll show you guys. Next week, I'll show you guys how we are scraping leads, and we are doing outreach, and we are actually blasting out what's called IVRs, right? And I'll show you. We'll go through that next week. So it's literally a cold scrape, and then we are blasting out some IVRs to cold leads. So answer the question, yes, we are.
Do you prospect in other Facebook groups is what he was talking about.
Oh, right. Okay. Do you Facebook groups do you prospect on Facebook in places other than Facebook groups?
Like marketplace and places like that. Are you going to do anything in, like, let's say marketplace, and I'm looking in a certain city for, let's say, construction or home remodelers and stuff like that?
Right. One thing you guys can do is what you can do is you can search up business pages, right? And this is a hack actually. What you can do is search up business pages, and all business pages have a send message, right? Send an inquiry. Now, you could literally go in there, right? Go in there and be like, excuse me, I've got a question. Just say, I've got a question. And as a business, if you have a business page and you see could be a potential client that's coming in and saying they've got a question, you will be more than willing to attend to that inquiry, right? So you can do that to start the conversation, and then getting to giving some value, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Have a contact that has very good email list. Contact. So I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Jeff. Is there any way to know that you sent friend requests to a certain person in the past to avoid resending the request? Okay, so Karen says, is there a way to know that you have sent a friend request to a certain person in the past to avoid resending the request? Look, that is not really a problem. Look, if you have previously sent a request, as long as if you haven't deleted the pending request, obviously you won't be sending them the request again. But if you completely sort of cleared all your friend requests, they will be a new request, and there's really no way of actually of knowing if they are new or not once you remove those pending requests. Does that make sense? Since you have so many friends on your personal profile and you post regularly, if your personal profile gets banned, you lose all those friends and posts. How do you prevent that?
A lot of prayer.
You can probably answer that question, Will.
There's nothing you can do about it. It's not a matter of, it's like Google My Business GMB. It's not a matter if it's going to be suspended. It's just a matter of when. Because you're going to have people that don't like you within GMB. They're going to report your GMB, and then they're going to get you suspended, and then you're going to have to try to get it back. And then a lot of times you can't get it back, because especially if you're involved in rank and rent, and Google just doesn't bring it back, then you have to restart another one. The thing is that you weren't able to do before. Let's say before you had 5,000 friends and they all disappear. Well, are you wanting to keep those same 5,000 friends? In my case, one thing I learned from John, and the guy I know in marketing, and Kevin knows as well, is when Facebook bans my account, it's just an opportunity for me to make more money. Because what winds up happening is, let's say I lost 5,000, and I've lost almost 5,000 friends. This was probably 6 months ago. On one of my original accounts, I created a new one. I started using this tool, and I get up to about 1,400, 1,500, close to 2,000. Account goes down. But the thing is, what happens is, every time I bring up a new account, I know what groups to go into, what friends to invite, and then it just gives me an opportunity to make new connections, new content, and new prospects, and make more money. And it happens. I mean, I've done it probably at least 13, 14 times. So
The good thing, guys, look, I mean, there is millions, like, whatever industry you're in, there is millions of prospects, right? So there's never a short of prospects.
Yeah.
So, you could always go into new groups. There's always new groups popping up, right? As well. So there's plenty of people, if you lose 1,000, 2,000, as well said, you lose 5,000 friends. I mean, there's still a couple millions more, right? So you're never short on friends. Is there a system which one can scrape? Okay. Now Jeff says you try to get their email. So yes, so what you would do, and I'll go through some of the things you could do with your profile in a couple of minutes as well. But what you should do, your call to action, right? As I said, you should be optimizing a profile firstly, and the call to action to your profile usually should go to a if you're building a group, it should probably go to your group. Otherwise, it should go to like a lead magnet, right? And lead magnet is to attract people to click on, and you give away something of value for free. Give something of value in exchange for their email address. And once you do that, you'll be able to build up an email address, email list. Even if there's some sort of trouble with your Facebook profile, you still have the emails to be emailing them. With which send friend request to those later, invite them into your group. Is there a system with which one can scrape profiles from groups? Send friend requests to those profiles and later on invite them to. All right. So Shab, is there? All right. So last couple of weeks we actually went through how this works. So absolutely. So the software, so Friend Connector, you can. It is literally what it does, right? You can go into groups and you can go into the members list. So this could be your own group as well, right? So you can just go into a group and start the software just very quickly for those of you that are probably new here. So we can go to members, for example, come to members. We can start the software and have all these keywords. So keywords are what people call themselves. You can have a message, you can set up a message and just click run. And that's really all you need to do, right? Literally all you need to do, and leave this running while it's searching. You go out and do other things, work on your clients, go spend your time with family, go have dinner, go watch a movie. And this will just go scroll through the filter and scroll through the group until it finds your ideal clients. So we should try as hard as possible to get our Facebook friends to also get on our email list. Kevin, do you recommend we do that? Post with links to our opt-in page. Yes. Patrick, absolutely. So what you should be doing.
I would say that as long as it's not an affiliate link.
No.
Because Facebook hates affiliate links. So if you're going to use affiliates, you send them to an actual website, let's say rankfortress.com, and you put them in your, opt-in is then rerouted to your affiliate or whatever. But yeah.
Exactly. Now, let me, okay. Give me 1 second. All right. Now, what I've, let me answer a few more questions. You give something for free that has value. Absolutely. So I went through last week and I'll show you again. 1 second. Let me pull this up. All right. So for those of you that are watching these for the very first time, so I went through this last week. Now, so in this blueprint, so I've got a 80-page blueprint, which I've created. So what this teaches you is that you need a lead magnet. You have to have a lead magnet. And this will get people, firstly, get people clicking on your link, right? Clicking on your profile. People will check out your profile. If you are not optimized, if your profile is not optimized for people to click on, you are missing out on leads. You are missing out on potential email addresses, right? So what you should be doing is you should be creating some sort of lead magnet. And lead magnet could come in various different forms. Let me just show you various different forms. It could be a course, could be an ebook, could be a checklist, could be a case study, could be a video, right? There's so many different ideas, but most importantly, you want something of value just to your ideal clients. So that only they will actually click on it because it solves a problem. It's something that they really want. When you do that, they will gladly give you their email address in exchange for something that is valuable that you have provided. You give something away for value. Yes, yes, yes. How much of this are you doing yourself versus having a VA? How many minutes a day do you spend on Facebook outreach or prospecting, says John. John, I spent literally 0 minutes. Look, my software is my VA, literally. So what I've just shown you guys, what I've done in like groups, that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. I leave the software on. I literally just leave it on. And it will reach out to people automatically. Now, when they reply, as I've shown you, when they reply, I will get on the phone. I'll record a voice. That's when you start having genuine conversations, right? But in terms of the initial outreach, I do none of that. I literally do none of that. And I've built up all my clients through this way, like all my clients through outreaching through the software.
Whenever I used to do it manually before I met Kevin, I would take about 3 hours a day. Everybody wanted to know how I scaled so fast. I'd take 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, most of the time, even some of my weekends. And so I was spending about 40 to 50 hours a week, if you will, just doing my prospecting and everything. And then I also didn't have the color coding or my CRM and my Facebook Messenger. So I had, let's say 80, 90 different messages in there. Didn't know who the hell was where. Were they a cold lead, hot lead? Were they part of my team or whatever? So now that's changed. But it does take a lot of time when you do it that way. When you're doing it this way, like I literally was on a phone call the other day and I go through all my friend requests I sent, and within 5 minutes it had went through everything and just removed anybody that was still there.
So let me show you an example of a lead magnet funnel, right? So just say let's say you are you're targeting, for example, the travel space. I mean, we can't really travel anywhere at the moment, but let me show you some examples. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull this up. So these are the profiles. Sorry, 1 second. Magnets. 1 sec. Sorry, my computer's playing up. All right. So if you guys can see this. So for example, lead magnet would be something like this, right? It'd be something like this. Oh, sorry, it's probably a bit small. Not sure if you guys can see. So this is actually what I'll be including as a bonus for you guys. So lead magnet is a attractive hook. So there will be an attractive hook. It could be a book, as I said, could be a book, could be a video, and goes through a bit about you, and in exchange for their email address. So I've actually got some templates that I am going to give away to you guys. So let me just go through. Is there any more questions before I go through? Do you use a CRM in addition to Frank Connector? So Patrick says, do you use a CRM in addition to Frank Connector? So Patrick, this is the CRM to use in addition to Frank Connector. So as you can see, this is this is your usual messenger, right? This is your messenger, and it probably doesn't look anything like your usual messenger, right? Because it has all these labels. And I went through last week. What you can do is you can go through and actually label everyone. So it could be your hot lead, could be your cold lead, could be, you know, any of these. You can label these however you want, right? So think of these as like a pipeline, and you move people through different stages of buying decisions. So what this will do is this will let you know in an instant exactly which stage of the buying decision they are. Whether, you know, I've got partners, I've got business buddies, I've got Dream 100s, and you could label them, and you could actually search for them as well. So let's say to follow. I think I've got one follow up. So immediately you'll be able to see exactly who you need to be following up. You know, who is your you know, biz buddy. As I said, you can customize all these. And you know, for example, I've got to demo. Oh, no one to demo. Now, does that answer your question, Patrick? All right, so if there's no more questions, I might go through. So we've gone through the scheduler, right? We've gone through the scheduler. Now I'm going to show you, I've got a pretty special deal for you guys, including what we talked about. We've talked about profile, right? We've talked about profile, and I know a lot of you still haven't optimized your profile. So I'm going to give you some bonuses that will actually help you with your profile optimization. Not only that, but also will give you, let me show you. So this is the scheduler, right? So we've gone through the scheduler. Now, usually I sell the scheduler by itself for $397. Now, because you are all special in these, in Will's class, you're all very, very special. So I'm going to do it for $297. So I'm going to take $100 off. Now, as well as that, I'm going to give you everything you'll need to be optimizing your profile. So everything that you'll be able to literally just copy and paste. So let me go through these very, very quickly. So I'm going to go, so excuse me. I'm going to give you all these social post templates. Some of you got it last week, but a lot of you haven't. So these are all the posts that you should be posting, right? And there's literally like about 250 of them. So go through, this will show you exactly what to post. So you can be sharing a win, you know, give some life lessons, you could give some value posts, right? And you can ask some questions, and this will show you literally exactly how you should be doing it, what problems you could be solving, you know, hashtag. You just simply follow the system, just plug and play. Literally, and it'll give you real life examples of exactly what you should be doing. So there's literally about 8 months worth of all these posts. Secondly, I'll also give you the blueprint that I've just shown you, which basically looks like, so it looks like this. There's literally 80 pages. You'll show you exactly what to do, how to optimize your page, what headlines, you know, what headlines and what hooks you should be getting people to come in. because at the end of that, it's great having a well-optimized profile, but if the hook is not there, it's all about that hook. If the hook's not there, people's not going to click on it. So it shows exactly how to do it. And I'm going to give you that as well. Now, next thing I'm going to give you is some funnel templates. So as I said, like a lot of you don't really have your profile set up, right? You don't have your profile set up, and it's the first thing. It's the first thing you need to be doing, because you're out there prospecting, and then people come and see your profile and sees a picture of your dog, right? It just doesn't really, it doesn't really work, and you sort of sit there left wondering why they're not connecting with you, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to literally be optimizing your profile. So what I'm going to give you is you get a choice, right? You get a choice, and you just need to tell me exactly which one you want, and I'll be able to give you the exact template. So you can just literally go in, and these are PSD files. So you can literally go in and start, changing up your with your profile, with your picture. Go in and change some wordings, and all these designs are completely done for you already. Now, next thing you'll need is a funnel template, right? You need a funnel. So we mentioned how important it is to have a lead magnet. So you got to have lead magnets. You got to be building up an email list. So I'm going to give you a pre-done funnel, right? These are pre-done funnels. So as I've shown you, so again, you could choose any one of these funnels, right? Any one of these funnels, and they're all pretty much pre-done, and I'll be able to provide these for you. So these, there's so many of these, right? Local business profiles. You could be targeting dentists. You could be targeting personal trainers, and just let me know exactly which one you want, which niche you're into, and I'll be able to provide this for you. Now, the next thing you'll need is also to know exactly when to be posting. Exactly when to be posting what. So I've actually got a calendar. So I've done a calendar, and this will last you 365 days. Like literally, January, do this, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, do this, share your online library resource, advertise, host a Instagram influencer, right? Show a DIY Christmas decor, right? I've got everything you need. Just simply follow this calendar, and you have all these content posts as well. So follow the calendar, follow all these posts, and literally just plug and play. Like that's literally all you need to do. Plug and play, replace all these with your own hooks, with your own stories, and you'll be able to, start writing, inviting posts, engaging posts that will be sure to convert your clients. And what you could do, as I said, you could plan out your entire contents in a day, right? Go like on a Sunday afternoon, plan out your entire month of contents, and you could do this. Just follow these formulas, and you will have all your profiles set up. You'll have your perfect lead magnet set up, and you simply just plug it in and put it in the software, and you don't have to worry about it. It's literally, set it and forget it. Any questions? Any questions, guys?
If you could, as usual, post that in the group.
Absolutely.
And everything. And once we're done, I'm going to upload this onto the back end, and I will let everybody know, hey, by the way, it's uploaded on the back end. And if you can send me that link to that offer too, Kevin, I'll put it inside the back end as well. So
absolutely. Good profile will explode your business. Absolutely, Jeff. It's when you're reaching out, it's all about having a good profile. And that's all it comes down to, right? You want an inviting profile that will attract attention. You want something that will stop people scrolling. So, people will go through your profile and the first thing they will see is what you do, right? What you do, what value you can provide. And if they see nothing, they will simply just walk away. And you have probably just lost this lead, right? So you want them to click on your profile and be curious. You want to have a really, really good hook. You want them to be clicking on your profile, right? When they click on your profile, you want to have a link, and that link should be to your lead magnet, should be to your group, or whatever your call to action that you want people to take. And I've got everything that you need to firstly optimize your profile, to having a perfect lead magnet, and you'll get the blueprint to see exactly what you need to be doing. You have the scheduler, so you can plan out your entire content, and hopefully you got hold of the special offer last week to be prospecting automatically as well. Offer is based on a lifetime membership. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. Now, if anyone wants does anyone want monthly? I mean, I've made this offer based on the lifetime deal, right? Look, if anyone wants monthly, let me just go in here. I'll paste this link as well. But look, let me show you. This is if you want monthly, you can get a trial as well. So let me show you. So as you can see, normally I sell this for $397, right? It doesn't come with any other bonuses that you see here. $397 one time. You can get this for $27 a month as well. But usually on lifetime is $397 and doesn't come with anything else. So what I've done for you guys, especially, is I've taken $100 off. Not only that, I've also included, $1,800 worth of value here. So again, includes all these bonuses at $100 off that I normally sell this for. So again, very quickly, you get the social, you get all your social post templates, 8 months worth of templates. You get 82 pages of my blueprint, which will give you exactly step-by-step of how you can optimize your profile. You'll get a high converting profile funnel template, which looks something like this. And as I said, you can choose any one of these that you want. Just let me know and I'll send you the template that you want. You could also going to give you a irresistible lead magnet funnel template, which looks like this. And there is literally one for every niche, right? So again, just let me know exactly which one you need and I'll send you the exact funnel that you need. And look, usually if you were to get a funnel like this to be professionally designed, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars, right? And these are all professionally designed and optimized as well to get the maximum engagement and clicks. And also I'm going to give you, as I said, 365 days of social calendar, which you'll need. And you can simply just look at the calendar and you don't even have to think about it. You know exactly what to post, when to post. Monday, Tuesday, you plan out the entire month, plan out the entire 6 months if you want to.
All right, guys, we're going to go and get off here, and I will download this as soon as it's done and upload it on the back end. Kevin, if y'all have any questions, continue on the back end. Mention Kevin. He'll definitely answer them, and I'm going to put the offer in there as well and everything. And if you need any help getting set up or any of that stuff, just tag us, and we'll take care of it, okay, and help you out as much as we can. It's
Absolutely.
been great, and I will see y'all guys again tomorrow, and it will be, if you will, Q&A. We're going to do some audits and some other on-page optimization stuff as well. So as always, it's good seeing everybody, and I appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate you all. If any questions, look, feel free to reach out anytime as well. Look, I'm in the group. You can also message me as well. But otherwise, good to see you all.
Also, just in case y'all haven't seen it, I think some of y'all have seen it, but I added a Discord channel. So if y'all want to get a hold of me privately, make sure you join the Discord channel, and I will see y'all there as well. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.